Hello people, what is cracking like an inspirational way back with another video, and I'm back with To Be More Precise, a No Skill to Skill episode 4 fight camp. So this one's going to be all about the fight camp I'm on. Now what you're going to get now is a load of screenshots, a little couple 1 minute clips, maybe a little bit longer some of them, showing you a few, not everything I do on this fight camp, because some of it I can't record because I'm in classes doing them, and that's not fair on other people doing the fight camp. I'm not going to show their faces, and that's not fair on them. So it won't be the best quality, because obviously this is all recorded off my phone, because that's how I send evidence to my coach. And you have to bear with me, because most of the videos I ain't paying attention to the camera. Well, I am, but I'm talking like I'm talking to my coach, so you just have to bear with me. So that's going to be the first bit, and I'll be back after, once you've seen all the screenshots and the videos, to explain a little bit more detail each screenshot and each thing, what's going on. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute.
Road to greatness. I'm creating my own path, making something out of my life, going down my own road, letting nobody or anything stop me from creating my own goals, my own spotlight. So I'm going to take you on that journey with me. Let's go. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. Everybody's important, there's no need to hide. It's inspirational on the beat. It's time to buckle up now and take your seat. I'm just taking off some of that heat. To those who said I couldn't, listen, cause this is sweet. If you want that simple life, that's cool. Some people just want that 9 to 5 life. But for me, you see, I'm taking the keys all the way to the bright lights. It's gonna take all night, but I'll get there eventually. I ain't giving up till I make it to the top. I can't be stopped. Here, why don't hand you my sweat top? I ain't gonna flaunt, I'm gonna ride that wave all the way to greatness. I'm gonna create my own legacy, make my claim to fame. You're gonna know my name, it's a new me, better me. No turning back now. Power, 1, 2, 3, you're not down. Come on in, let's go to war. Yeah, I've been an underdog all my life. I've been bullied, looked down like I'm a piece of shit. Kinda like a nit, had to climb out the pit to realise the true me. No one controls your destiny apart from you, so shoo those bullies away and wave hey, whilst you live life to the max. Perhaps I can get you a can of coke with that. You're gonna get those traps, those setbacks along the way, but don't let them tap you out. Learn to grow strong like Kong. The key to success is staying hungry, so you can tear out new chapter in your life. So you don't turn to life, so you strive to be the best you and enjoy the view. So when you make it to top, you eventually flaunt and talk when you make it. Proving the hate is wrong. It may take long, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'm gonna create my legacy, make my claim to fame. You're gonna know my name, it's new me, better me, no turning back now. Power, 1, 2, 3, you're not dying, coming in, let's go to war. 2019 is the beginning, I'm gonna make 2020 my year. The beast is coming out today, no more hiding, it's time for my rising. Say goodbye to Aaron, he's gone to rest. To test me, only be met by the science set. I ain't here to play games, you can't take my flame. I may only be a rookie, but there's no holding back. I'm on the path to the limelight, and the only way is up. Ain't no luck, it's just me not giving a fuck.
What's crack up? Stop. What's crack-a-lacking, Matt? So this is going to be my 60 seconds of press-ups. I will start on the 20-second mark. So. There we go, Matt. 20 seconds, 20, yeah, minute, yeah, you know what I mean. Cheers, bye. Not the fastest, but I'm trying to concentrate on a really good form. So, hello, you obviously watched the first bit, so this is where I'm going to explain what each screenshot kind of was meant to be showing and how it varies each week and just certain bits about Fight Camp. So let's start with the first two screenshots. The first one you would have saw was a deep analysis of myself. One of the things we have to do on, well, don't have to do any of it, but I'll explain that at the end in a minute. But one of the things that our coach likes to get us to do, because it gives us a fighter's mindset, is to analyse people. So we've done it with other people on our team, other teammates, done it with well-known kickboxers on the points fighting circuit and in continuous and kick light as well, and ourselves. So the one you saw, which is one of many, is a deep analysis of myself where I had to go through my strengths, my weaknesses, what I think I'm good at, where I think my threats come from, what I think techniques land, what I think techniques I need to work on. All that sort of stuff is a deep analysis of myself. And then the next screenshot you saw was my strengths. So, how do I, for example, emotion. This is just based on the day, this isn't in general, but it was based on a Friday afternoon or Saturday when I was tired, and it was my injury risk, you know, how high of an injury was I pretty was the muscles pretty sore, you know, that sort of thing. What kind of mood was I in, how tired was I, what was my emotion state like, you know, because with fighting you cannot get emotion involved, otherwise that becomes a weakness. So it's that sort of stuff. And then the next thing you saw was a class, the classes. So I have all different kind of classes, and again, in short, there was some classes that said techno, tactical, some said movement, and some said old school. So basically, old school ones are, if you've ever heard of a thing called HIIT, it's high intensity workouts, and essentially an old school session, which is what I'll be doing in a minute, what I did yesterday, is an hour of just non-stop, well, not non-stop because obviously we would be out of breath and not manage to do it, but an hour of pretty much high intensity workouts with a little bit of a break in between each round, not much of a break now, and just doing all sorts of different movements like press up, burpees, squats, lie downs, narrow burpees, sit ups, V-sits, you name it, it gets done in those classes. Tactical and movement classes are basically just focusing on movement and drill, moving about and getting the angles to hit better punches and strikes. That's the thing. And tactical's more about what we eat, what we drink, and fighter working out our opponents, that sort of stuff. And then the next screenshot you would have saw was the running. Each week, part of our endurance testing part of the course, we have to do runs. Sometimes it's do a certain amount of run, so do a 10k in the fastest time you can. Sometimes, like this week, which I can't show you because I haven't got my phone, but it's do 5k every day. Keep the consistency of doing 5k. We did have to do a 10k this week, but that was whoever did it first pretty much scores points. And then you saw a page screenshot about hill sprints, which you also would have saw a video, which was the video where you saw me doing tuck jumps and then running up the hill. And one you saw was me doing 1 or 2 sets of five sets, but normally we have to do 20 sets of those. Or like for example this week with the hill sprints, it's still a hill sprint, but what we do before the hill sprint changes, if that makes sense. So like I said, for example last week we had to do 5 tuck jumps and then do a hill sprint, and do that about 20 times. This week we've got to do 5 calf raises, 5 squats and 5 squat jumps, and do 5 sets of hill sprints and do that 3 times. So each week we have a set of hill sprints because they help you build your explosiveness up and your quickness and that sort of stuff. Then you'll have seen a screenshot and some videos of me doing 1 to 2 minute things of burpees, press ups, sit ups, squat thrusts is some another one we've had to do a few times. For example, this week we had to do a minute of sit ups, a minute of press ups, a minute of squats, but we also had some that combined stuff. So we also had one where we had to do a minute per burpee into a squat thrust and do that a certain amount of times to get points. And then, so yeah, stuff like that. There's always some sort of fitness test each week that we've got to do, wherever it's combining a few things together. Like another one we've got to do this week is a tuck jump and a squat jump as many times as we can. You know, that's just some of the samples. But we've always got to do some sort of fitness test, and they've always depend. Sometimes they could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, but they'll always try and do the fastest one. But it's also about the form, which as you saw in the sort of sit-up one, you know. And then you may have seen, and then you saw a screenshot saying teams. Because another thing about this fight camp is we are on teams. And I'm lucky enough to be selected as a captain as one of the teams, green captain, which is a great honour. Amazing, love it. You know, I'm being selected as a captain in my life. Not sub, sorry. So yeah, it's a nice little thing, and basically we earn points. So you may have seen like little points between each exercise. So like with the 5k ones, if we do those every day, the points go up. Same with planking. With the planking, you would have seen some point in the video. You know, we do that during the week, and the more we do, the more points we get. But it's also about your performance as well, your solo performance. The team points and team part of it is an aspect of it. It's not the main thing. The main thing of the camp is to improve yourself and to get better and improve your weaknesses and all that sort of stuff. Which brings me on to the point I was trying to explain earlier, is it changes every week, the stuff we've got to do. There's some things that stay the same, so like the endurance stuff, we always have to do some type of run and some type of fitness test. The classes change now. Like last week we had a lot of classes we had to go to. This week we've only got 4 classes we got to go to. This week, like I said, with the runs, we've got to do 5k runs every day to keep up the consistency, whereas last week it was just do 3 10k runs, fastest time you get, most points you get. Fitness tests, like I said, they all change. Sometimes we have 2 minute fitness tests, sometimes we have 1 minute, sometimes we have both, sometimes we have combined movements we've got to do. And the military burpees is something we've got to do every week as well. Essentially what a military burpee is the burpee you saw me do, so the burpee where I press down, squat front, tuck jump, and then sprint. And only a little distance, but sprint. And that is a military burpee. But the stuff I haven't recorded or you didn't see is because, like I said, it's hard to record or put into a video, or it involves being a class I can't record other people, it's not fair. And the thing about this course, fights camp stuff, all of it is optional. But it is optional. But my point of view is, if I'm going to do this, then I'm going to push myself. And there's no point doing a fight camp and not pushing yourself to do all of it if you can. Admittedly, there's going to be stuff you're going to be weak at, there's going to be stuff you're going to be good at. For example, I consider myself to be quite good at cardio. I can easily smash out 10k, no problem. I did a 10k yesterday, and about 20-minute break, then did a 5k. Running and cardio to me isn't that hard, whereas planking, that is hard. I'm still doing planking every day, but it's not much. It's just a little bit, like 1 minute, 2 minutes to try and focus. I'm not ashamed to say that, because everyone has their weaknesses, everyone has their strengths that they're good at. It's all about just trying to get better at the things you're not good at. Which is why I'm trying to do as much as I can with this fight camp, because obviously at the end of it, I think we're in the 6th week now, I want to be the best version of I can. So when I step into that fight cage fight for charity, I smash my opponent into oblivion, or I get the submission, or I get the win, you know. I want people to see Dan, you know, that sort of thing. So that is a kickboxing fight camp. Obviously, that MMA fight camp I was on before this, because this is the second camp I'm in. I've been on 2 camps. I started an MMA one about 3 weeks before I was gonna. Now, about 3 months before I was gonna go into my first cage fight. This is more of a kickboxing focused one. There's not much difference. The only difference really would be is obviously this one's catered for kickboxing, because a lot of people doing this fight camp are looking to get better at points fighting, or continuous, or kickboxing in general, better movement. Obviously with the MMA one, which is what I did do a while ago, the only difference is I would be learning how to do strikes. So I'd be, you know, learning how to set up strikes, doing combos so I could do takedowns. So like a 1-2 punch takedown. And I'd be doing a bit of grappling with my coach on the ground to get better at submissions. That's literally the only difference with the MMA camp and kickboxing one. So far, the ones I've been on, is both of them focus on fitness, both of them focus on getting better, and that's all that sort of stuff. No problem. This one obviously focuses a lot more on kickboxing, whereas the MMA one, like I said, focuses a lot more on setting up punches. So like I said, 1-2 punch kick, 1-2 punch, kick the leg maybe and then go takedown, or 1-2 side kick and then takedown. That's all it is. Just focusing a lot more on using combos to set up the takedown and go for submission. That's the only difference. But yeah, I hope that gives you more idea of fight camp and gives you a little intrigue of why it takes up so much time, because there's a lot to do each week. What you've seen on the screenshot is only a brief sample of some of the stuff I've got to do. There's more to do as well. And then there's obviously my own workouts I do as well, and movement drills I want to get better at, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's covered everything. I'm in Inspiration Night. I'll catch you on the other side. Peace. Bye.